Yes. Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agrawal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat and Patron-in-Chief, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. Honorable Mr. Justice Nile Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat and Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Sachdeva, Judge, Delhi High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice Mirin Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Ohri, Judge, Delhi High Court. The world's oldest and greatest wireless connection is a prayer. And today we have one of the most eminent lawyers from our very own High Court, Mr. Amar Bhatt, who shall recite a verse from Anand Sabda from Hatha Yogi Pradipika, followed by a pad by Kabir Sahib on Shabda Mahima. One can never get tired of reading, singing, and listening to Kabir Vani. तस्य शब्दस्य यो ध्वनिः ध्वनिरन्तर्गतं ज्योतिः ज्योतिरन्तर्गतं मनः तन्मनो विलसं याति यद्विष्णोः परमं पदम। शब्द को खोजिले शब्द को बुझिले शब्द ही शब्द तू चलो भाई शब्द को खोजिले। शब्द आकाश है शब्द पाताल है शब्द ते पिंड ब्रह्मांड छाई शब्द बयना बसे शब्द श्रवण बसे शब्द के ख्याल मूर्ति बनाई शब्द को खोजिले। शब्द ही वेद है शब्द ही नाद है शब्द ही वेद है शब्द ही नाद है शब्द ही शास्त्र बहुभांति गाई शब्द ही यंत्र है शब्द ही मंत्र है शब्द ही गुरु शिष्य को सुनाई शब्द को खोजिले। शब्द ही तत्व है शब्द नितत्व है शब्द आकार निराकार भाई शब्द ही पुरुष है शब्द ही नारी है शब्द ही तीन देवास्थपाई शब्द को खोजिले। शब्द ही दृष्ट अनद्रष्ट ओंकार है शब्द ही सकल ब्रह्मांड जाई कहे कबीर ते शब्द को परखिले शब्द ही आप
करतार भाई शब्द को खोजिले, शब्द को खोजिले। ओम 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 ओंकारं बिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव। ओंकाराय नमो नमः, ओंकाराय नमो नमः, ओंकाराय नमो नमः। ओम।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for making the entire environment so blissful. May I now request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward and light the lamp of wisdom and knowledge, symbolizing dispelling of darkness and light, igniting the thoughts in enlightenment. Ma'am, sirs.
थैंक यू। आप हमेशा ही सुंदर गाते हैं।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I please call upon Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to welcome today's august gathering.
I'm sure you'll hear my voice if you don't see me because of my height. Good morning, everyone. Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, and Patron in Chief of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Mr. Justice N.B. Anjaria, the Senior Most Judge of the High Court of Gujarat and the Executive Chairman of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, Judge Delhi High Court, Brother Justice Manoj Ohri, Judge Delhi High Court, my sister and brother judges of the Gujarat High Court, Learned Additional Advocate General Mr. Mitesh Amin, Dr. K.L.N. Rao, the Additional Director General of Police, Dr. Mahesh Tripathi, Director of the Rashtriya Raksha University, the team of resource persons, Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, New Delhi, Mr. Hardik Brahmbhatt, and the other office bearers of the Gujarat High Court Bar Association, Registrar General, members of the Registry, Rahul Trivedi, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, and the officers of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, invited guests, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is a matter of great satisfaction and a privilege to welcome you all in joining us at the inauguration of various legal services projects, which involve inauguration of the Psycho-Socio Care Center for reformation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of the jail inmates at the three central jails of Vadodara, Rajkot, and Surat, and the two-day advocacy skill training program for the legal aid defense counsels. The first Psycho-Socio Care Center was established at the Sabarmati Central Jail on 19th of August 2022 by the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority and the Government of Gujarat in collaboration with the Rashtriya Raksha University. The center then was inaugurated by the former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice U. Lalit. I had the fortune of being a part of that occasion, and with all my sincerity, I say that it was a wonderful idea whereby, on an institutional basis, the team of trained and experienced psychologists have had group sessions with jail inmates to help them in expressing their emotions and feelings. The therapies used by the psychologists improve the overall mental health of the prisoners. And I'm proud of the fact that even the National Legal Services Authority has appreciated this gesture. And I am informed that the Jammu and Kashmir State Legal Services Authority has adopted the same practice with the association of the Rashtriya Raksha University. Under the patronage of our Chief Justice and the Executive Chairman, today is a big day, as now the project has been extended to other three central jails of the state. There shall also be an inauguration of a two-day advocacy skill training program for legal aid lawyers, that is the legal aid defense counsels, which will be conducted under the aegis of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority in association with the Institute of Legal and Professional Development, New Delhi. We have a lot of luminaries here who will impart practical and professional training to the lawyers. We here cannot expect a better start of any program than the inauguration of the project by the esteemed hands of the Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court, Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, who is also the patron-in-chief of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. She does not need any formal introduction, but with all humility, at my command, and my brothers and sisters here would agree, that we all know that we have a strong Chief Justice, but with a very soft heart and a strong compassion and sensitive approach for the vulnerable sections of the society. Soon after taking over the reins as the Chief Justice, Justice Sunita Agarwal, during her visit to the Sabarmati Central Jail, declared that she would want the program and the project to be expanded to the other central jails of the state, and the dream will come true today. On a personal front, I cannot forget to mention the day when the child in all of us got wings, when because of this compassion in our chief, we hosted a drawing competition for the children of the High Court staff. That was the first time that it was ever held on 2nd of October. Today, that faith in her stands affirmed when we are reaching out to the other three jails in the endeavor to give the inmates there mental support. We also have with us Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, the Executive Chairman of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, And there can be no doubt that under his chairmanship and his meticulous approach, we will be clinically completing any task that is assigned. I also extend my cordial welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Sachdeva and Brother Justice Manoj Ohri, who have spared their valuable time to interact with the trainee lawyers and also the judicial officers of the state. As the President of the State Judicial Academy, sir, I express my gratitude. I take this opportunity to welcome you all, and I'm sure the 2-day session will have and will be a watershed moment for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is now time to felicitate our dignitaries on the dais by offering them saplings. May I request Mr. Moolchand Tyagi, Registrar General, to offer the sapling to Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agrawal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat. Thank you, sir. May I request Mr. R.A. Trivedi, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, to offer the sapling to Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. Sir, may I also offer you to kindly give the sapling to Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, Judge, Delhi High Court. May I request Mr. R.K. Chudawala, Registrar Administration, to offer the sapling to Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. Thank you, sir. May I request Mr. S.D. Suthar, Registrar Judicial, to offer the sapling to Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Ohri, Judge, Delhi High Court. Thank you, sir. For the 2 days advocacy skills training program, apart from the 2 judges from Delhi High Court, there are 3 senior advocates and 8 advocates practicing at Delhi who are a prominent part of the Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, imparting such training programs for over 20 years, have spared their invaluable time and volunteered to train the lawyers of Gujarat with their expertise to the courtroom skills. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to present the mementos to each one of the resource persons and the individuals who've traveled. May I request Ma'am Honorable Miss Justice Sunita Agrawal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, may be kind enough to present a memento to Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, Judge, Delhi High Court. May I now request Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, may be kind enough to present a memento to Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Ohri, Judge, Delhi High Court. Ma'am, Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agrawal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, may I once again request you to present the memento to Mr. Jaideep Gupta, Senior Advocate. Ma'am, may I request you to Ma'am, may I also request you to present a memento to Mr. J.M. Sharma, a Senior Advocate. And may I request you one more presentation of memento to Miss Priya Hingorani, Senior Advocate. And may I now request Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to present the memento to Mr. Vinay Sabrawal, Advocate. All right, I request you once again to present the memento to Mr. Sarvesh Chaudhary. May I request Mr. Sandeep Narayan to come forward to receive a memento from Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not there. I'd request Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav. Oh, may I request Ms. Priya Angorani to kindly collect on his behalf, please? I'm grateful. May I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to present the memento to Mr. Aman Hingorani. Again, we'd have to request one of the. I'm grateful. May I request Mr. Jamshed Bey to come forward and receive a memento from Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. May I request Ms. Manjula Gupta to kindly come forward to receive a memento from Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. May I request Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, Chief Justice High Court of Gujarat, to present a memento to Mr. Dalip Mehra. Dilip Mehra, I'm sorry. May I request Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to present the memento to Advocate Ms. Reema Bhandari. And may I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to present a memento to Mr. Amar Bhatt, Advocate, High Court of Gujarat, for being an integral part of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, so also to the legal profession. One such example is when he translated laws in Gujarat for the benefit of the common man. Chand Samasta ane Kaido. Mr. Bhatt has been part of all formal functions of the Gujarat High Court. Interestingly, he has never repeated a single prayer that he sings every morning. Not only him, his wife, Mrs. Raj Bhatt, is also an active participant by imparting musical therapies to the jail inmates and juveniles. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. May I now request Mr. R.A. Trivedi, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, to kindly take the proceedings forward towards the inauguration.
Thank you, Nishant Bhai. Very good morning to August gathering. The National Legal Service Authority has directed all the State Legal Service Authority to commemorate 75 years of completion of existence of Constitution of India to take into effect by organizing various legal service activities. There cannot be a better mode than to organize two multiple projects that actually strengthen the system. As stated, apart from awareness empowerment is the key. In this context, since last couple of years, the emphasis that has been laid by NALSA to the effect that one of the most vulnerable sections of the society, that is the prisoners living in a stigmatic condition, their standards are required to be improved, particularly their mental health. GSLSA in this regard has taken the initiative of establishing Psycho-Socio Care Center at the esteemed hands of former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice UU Lalit at Sabarmati Central Jail, Ahmedabad. Today, with proud and privilege, I announce to the House that this project is going to be extended to 3 more central jails of the state, and this inauguration will be taken at the esteemed hands of Honorable the Chief Justice and the Patron-in-Chief Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, and Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, sir. Firstly, I'll request Honorable the Lordships to click the mouse and virtually inaugurate the Psycho-Socio Care Center at Rajkot. Rajkot is the center wherein through which there are 1216 jail inmates are there, out of which 871 UTPs are there, 75 women inmates are there. The center will be taken care of by the DLSS Secretary Mr. Nandania. The jail superintendent Mr. Shivam Verma is also present there. The team of the psychologists Mr. Naveen Patel, Shweta Parmar and Nayan Nandia of Rashtriya Raksha University will be there for the Rajkot Psycho-Socio Care Center. May I now request Honorable the Lordship to click the mouse and inaugurate the center of Surat. Surat Psycho-Socio Care Center will take care of the interest of total 2,962 inmates, out of which 2133 are under trial prisoners. Mr. Chetan R. Modi, DLSS Secretary, will be there. There will be Superintendent Mr. Desai, alongside with the team of the psychologist, Mr. Naveen Patel, Dhanwani ji, and Umrigar ji. May I request now for the inauguration of Psycho-Socio Care Center at Vadodara. Mr. J.D. Solanki would be the secretary of DLSA, would be there, alongside with Mr. Jagdish Mangwara, who would be a jail superintendent, and the team of psychologists Mr. Srushti Dave, Naveen Patel, Jankhna Umrigar, and Payal Dhanwani will be there to take care the interest of the center. Like Sabarmati Central Jail, it is hoped that these particular 3 centers will also uplift the mental health of the jail inmates, will change the neuropath as objected by the NALSA to see that repetition of the offenses by the inmates is prevented, reformation of the inmates takes place, reintegration to the society gets seamless, and in that with noble object. Now, may I request Mr. Nishan to carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to call upon Ms. Priya Hingorani, Senior Advocate and Director of the Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, to tell us more about the training program.
Yeah. A very good morning, everyone, and we are very, very happy to be here. Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice Agarwal, Honorable Justice Anjaria, Honorable Justice Biren Vaishnav, Honorable Justice Sachdeva, Honorable Justice Ori, Honorable Judges of the High Court of Gujarat, members of the Bar, the Secretary of the Bar Association, my wonderful team of resource persons who are here from Delhi, and ladies and gentlemen, friends who we are going to be interacting with in the next 2 days from the Legal Aid Service Authority, the lawyers. Very good morning, and just want to briefly give you outline of what this training program is about. The institute that we have been organizing, the institute which has been organizing this program for the last 20 odd years. Justice Agarwal, I just wanted to tell you how we started, and it's been a very, very long journey for all of us. Yes, yes. So we all, I just happened to be in London about 20 odd years ago, and we came across this training program which was being run as mandatory training program for solicitors and barristers in London. And we met a criminal barrister there called Oscar Del Fabro, who really inspired me to go through this training program in London. And I did so way back in 1999. And when I came back, I happened to meet Justice and then just Sanjeev Sachdeva, now Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, and we got talking about it because he was at that point in time the secretary of the Association of British Scholars and Alumni Association of law of people who had been studying or training in UK. And then we put together this program under the aegis of the British Council, and we were funded by the Foreign and Commonwealth Office of the British High Commission. We put together a training, the course material, the training program. We had resource persons coming in from UK. When we started this program in 2000, we were 44 of us who were trained in the Delhi High Court. But over the years, some of us didn't want to continue, and we were then left with a group of 24 people. We have trained more than 10,000 lawyers across the country, and we have been doing it weekend after weekend, completely pro bono. And I'm absolutely grateful to this family of resource persons who give their weekends, their time for going around the country for training young lawyers on the art of advocacy skills. Many a times we come across many lawyers who have undergone this training program, who come back to us in court and said, you know, we had unlearned whatever we were taught in our offices or in our journey as lawyers. And we did this training program and we got a stay order in court, and we are very happy to have, you know, undergone this training program. The beautiful part of this training program, particularly for legal aid counsels, is that, you know, the confidence that you get, the energy that you get after having attended this kind of program and having performed individually on your skills. We do not teach any substantive law. We don't take you to any part of the substantive law. It is only a program which is called learning by doing, where you will perform. Our resource persons will critique you very gently with a headline, and then they will ask you to do a replay, and then you will then you know, understand what small mistake you made, and then that increases your confidence. So when we were starting this program, it was a very uphill task, because the honorable judges felt, how could lawyers train lawyers, or how could, I mean, there was no concept of training anyone in India. And I was actually very grateful to Honorable Justice Sikri, Honorable Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, and Honorable Justice S.B. Sinha, who at that point in time encouraged us to do this, start it. It was a battle, it was an uphill task. But later on, as we went on doing it, primarily we did it in the Delhi High Court for 2.5 years, weekend after weekend. And then when Honorable Justice Lohati became the Chief Justice of India, he asked us to start going to other states, and that's how we started going to the other states. So having said that, I would like to really express my thanks to Honorable Justice Sunita Agarwal ji for immediately accepting our request to, have this program here. And she said, don't take time, just start as soon as you can. And we are very, very happy to be here. And we are absolutely delighted for the warm hospitality that we received since yesterday. Thank you very much. We've had a wonderful night, wonderful stay, lovely food. And I'm also very proud to say that we have one of our own, Justice Anirudh Mei from Supreme Court here with all of you. And it's such a pleasure to see him, and all of us have spent wonderful times in the Supreme Court canteen eating lovely samosas and having hot coffee many a time. And when we are going to go through the faculty demonstration now, and I'm going to request Mr. Jaideep Gupta, Senior Advocate, who is going to take you through the faculty demonstration to show what we are going to do in the next 2 days. And then we are going to request Justice Ori and Justice Sachdeva to share their thoughts and their experiences, because Justice Sachdeva has been a trainer with us over the years, and what they feel and what their experiences have been as members of the bench. Thank you very much.
Chief Justice Agarwal, judges of the Delhi High Court, judges of the Gujarat High Court, and the sea of faces that I see in front of us, very daunting for us. There are only a few of us here, and the body of trainees is very large. It will be a very, very hectic day. As Priya told you, this is a program which is today conducted across the world, and it is part, in many countries, it is part of something which is mandated. Councils have to go through this training multiple times in jurisdictions like the UK. Straight away, I would like to introduce to you the technique. You have received, all the trainees have received course material which contains certain cases, facts of certain cases, which you are expected to study, and you will be performing examination in chief, cross-examination and arguments in respect of the exercises which are in the in your course material. In order to show you how the program will proceed, after you have performed for about, thank you. After you have performed for about 6 to 7 minutes, we, the trainers, would like to give you a headline, which will be a short and pithy method of indicating any one aspect of your presentation which could be improved. The next is called playback, which requires the trainer to give you exactly what you have done. So we write down verbatim what you have done and tell you exactly what you have done, so that you do not have any doubt that this is the basis on which the critique is being made is correct. The third is the reason, that is the reason why the headline has been given. The fourth is a suggested remedy in respect of that particular headline. The fifth is a scary moment for all trainers, because they then have to demonstrate to you how it might have been improved. And the sixth step is a replay, which means that the trainee gets another occasion to attempt the same exercise, hopefully correcting the aspect which has been indicated. A couple of points in this regard. You really need to be ready with the material, otherwise you will not be able to get the maximum benefit out of this program. And also you have to focus on what headlines are being given to other persons, because we don't have time to train each one of you in the entirety of the exercise. So we'll give each one only one headline, but at the end of the session, there will be as many headlines as there are trainees in the session. So you will have the opportunity of seeing multiple headlines in the process. Now, to give you an example of how we will go about it, we are going to have a demonstration by my colleagues in the faculty of an examination in chief. Before I invite the persons who will be taking this up, I want you to look at towards your right or towards the left of the audience. Examination in chief, only one point we will give you to start with, and that is almost enough to correct any mistakes which take place in an examination in chief. As you know, examination in chief is supposed to avoid leading questions, because leading questions, not only does the Evidence Act as it was and the act which is about to come, not only does the Evidence Act provide that leading questions should not be asked in an examination in chief. The problem with asking leading questions is it becomes the evidence of the counsel and not the evidence of the witness, which reduces its credibility. So therefore, if you can just see those words, if questions are started with who, what, where, when, why, how, explain, describe, nobody can ever accuse you of asking leading questions in examination in chief. Now, a few of my colleagues will demonstrate this process to you. May I invite, we have so many papers today, I'm losing track. Yes, yes, no, not those. Yeah, I need that. Thank you. May I invite Sarvesh Chaudhary to be the lawyer, Reema Bhandari to be the witness, and Mr. J.M. Sharma to be the trainer and give the critique. Please watch the steps as we go through so that you know exactly how we will proceed in each of the sessions that we are going to have for the rest of the day. So therefore you said that this will be. You're not sure.
What is your name?
My name is Kashish Singh.
Where do you stay?
I stay at flat number 5B, Janakpuri, Delhi.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do have two sisters.
What is their age?
One is 16-year-old and another one is 14-year-old.
Are your parents alive?
No, my father has just left us a year ago, but my mother is staying with me.
Who are the earning members in your family?
So right now I'm the sole earning member in my family.
You are working with Honeymoon Travels, isn't
Yes.
it? And you are working since December 15, 2022.
Yes, I do.
Shake the mic.
Sarvesh, I stop you here. In an examination in chief, you have to put the questions on who, why, where. So my headline to you is, the first one would be, don't ask leading questions. And the playback is, you ask few questions. What is the residence? That was absolutely right. What was the year? Then the last question which you said, who are you, where are you are working at Honeymoon Travels? And the question and the witness replied, yes. The reason for doing it this is, if you recollect the existing Evidence Act till the new act comes, the existing act 141 gives a leading question. And if a leading question is being asked, the judge may stop you because it's a narration of the lawyer, not the witness. Right? So the proper question would be, how would you, remedy would be, the remedy would be, if you frame this question by word who, where, how, select. the demonstration. So like I put it this question, I'll reframe this question. You are working at honeymoon travels. You asked this question, which I said that this is a leading question. In place of it, possibly you can ask this question. Kanish, where do you work?
I've been working in a travel agency called Honeymoon Travels.
How long have you been working there?
I joined very recently from 15 December 2022.
Now the story would come that of witness, not of yours. And you will escape from getting an indictment from the judge saying it, don't ask leading questions. Right, Sarvesh? Could you just repeat it?
Where are you working?
I'm working at Honeymoon Travels.
How long you have been working?
I've been working since 15 December 2022.
What capacity you are working?
I'm working as personal secretary to the director of the company.
Thank you, Sarvesh. Follow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Given the importance of the distinction between leading questions and non-leading questions, we are going to now do a exercise with the entire group of trainees. What we will do just now is to show you how easy it is to extract information from a witness, the same information, by asking a leading question as well as a non-leading question. Now, the way we will go about it is one of us, unfortunate Mr. Dilip Mehra, has volunteered to be a witness to whom you can ask what he has done in the last 24 hours. Our trainers will show you how this can be done by way of non-leading questions first, and the same information can be extracted by way of a leading question. Please note, and I give this warning every time, that in an actual trial, if a particular information has already come on record, obviously you will not try to extract the same information again in cross-examination. So this is an exercise. This is not a real life situation, but this is an exercise to explain to you how the same piece of fact can be extracted either by way of a non-leading question or by way of a leading question. Now, I would like Mr. J.M. Sharma to start the process by asking a non-leading question on what Mr. Dilip Mehra has been doing in the last 24 hours.
Dilip, my first question to you. Where were you last evening?
Evening, I was waiting at the airport for the flight.
Yes, Priya?
What time did you arrive at the airport?
I arrived at 5 p.m. at the airport.
Vinay ji, what time did the flight actually depart?
It departed after 7.
Sarvesh ji,
When did you land up in Ahmedabad?
I think it was about 8:20 or 8:30.
now I would request Reema to ask him a leading question to extract, if possible, the same information or any other information that you wish to.
So you were at Delhi airport in the last evening.
Yes.
You reached there by 5:40, is it right?
No.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
You reached Ahmedabad by 8:20 in the evening last night.
Yes.
Manjula, could you add 2 more questions to this?
Leading questions.
Leading questions on what he did. I must tell you that we haven't proceeded very far beyond his airport experience.
Dilip, you reached Judicial Academy around about 9,
Yes.
and you had dinner at 11 o'clock.
No.
You had dinner in the flight also.
Light snacks.
You ate properly, so you were not actually hungry when you had dinner in the Judicial Academy.
Very well. I think I need to stop Manjula before she embarrasses the witness any further. Now, we are going to pass the microphone around, and we would like the trainees to try and ask first non-leading questions to find out what Mr. Mehra has done in the last 24 hours. Formulate it with who, what, when, where, why, how, explain, describe. Look at the chart when you formulate your question.
आप कितने बजे दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट से
Yes, please. We should make it clear that
आप कितने बजे
questions can be put in Hindi as well as in English.
अहमदाबाद एयरपोर्ट पहुंचे?
अहमदाबाद लैंड किए हम अबाउट 8:20 8:25 के आसपास.
Thank you. Please pass on the microphone. We cannot go round the room completely. About 5 or 6 attempts can be made. Anybody who wishes to make the attempt. There are people with hands up.
आप अहमदाबाद एयरपोर्ट से एकेडमी कैसे पहुंचे?
हमारे लिए एक व्हीकल्स अरेंज करे हुए थे.
कितने टाइम में पहुंचे?
आधा घंटा लगा.
Somewhere in the back.
You want to?
Okay. Yes.
एकेडमी पहुंचे. जब आप एकेडमी पहुंचे वहां पे आपके लिए रूम जो अरेंज थे वहां पे आने के बाद आप पहले फ्रेश हुए?
हाँ जी.
This was not a non-leading question. This happened to be a leading question. Yes, please. Give it to the lady here.
हेलो मिस्टर दिलीप,
Manjula.
व्हीकल में आए?
Yes, sorry, sir. Yes, please carry on.
आप जिस व्हीकल में आए वो कौन सा व्हीकल था और उसका नंबर कौन सा था?
Right. Correct.
व्हाइट इनोवा थी और उसके लास्ट 3 डिजिट 484 थे.
आप एकेडमी
Well done, Dilip.
आप एकेडमी पहुंचने के बाद सबसे पहले किन किन लोगों से मिले?
Very good. Correct.
बहुत सारे थे, नाम किसी का नहीं याद, शक्ल से पहचान लूंगा.
One more. Yes.
Can you please explain the way of transport you use from your home to reach the Delhi airport?
Yes, that's correct.
I took a cab from my house to the airport.
And is there someone with you or are you alone?
I was alone.
All right. That one was borderline, but we will let it be. Yes.
आप दिल्ली से अहमदाबाद क्यों आए?
Ah, good question.
आपसे मिलने आए. आपसे मिलने आए.
Well said. Okay, now can I invite people to ask leading questions also on the topic of what he has done in the last 24 hours? अभी leading question चल रहा. This is the amazing thing. 1 minute. The amazing thing about leading questions is that it's far easier to ask than a non-leading question. You can just ask it. Nobody will stop you. Anything. Absolutely anything. Good. Correct.
नहीं.
Correct. Yes, hands up please. Yes, there you are.
सर आप यहाँ पे आए हो और हमको ये सब सिखाने के लिए आए हो, ये बात तो सही है ना?
Yes, correct. Leading.
कोशिश यही है.
Absolutely correct. Who else with a hand up? No, that has become what? It has become a what question. Try something leading. Yes, correct question.
नहीं, गुप्ता जी कितने, हम तो वेटिंग लाउंज में गए थे.
All right, any more? Yes, please. There are 2 hands here.
सर आप दिल्ली से निकले तो आपको पहले से ही मालूम था कि मेरे को अहमदाबाद जाना है और ये एकेडमी में सो एंड सो करना था, ये आप पहले से ही जानते थे?
करेक्ट.
All right.
सही.
Correct. Now, if people are not having too much fun, we can get on to the next stage. You want to ask one? Yes, please.
आप दिल्ली से गुजरात में आए तो पहली बार आपने गुजरात में आके गुजराती नाश्ता समोसा किया, इस बारे में?
बिल्कुल ठीक।
Fair enough. It is correctly a leading question. Yes. All right. We'll now move on to the next stage. I would invite Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, who has the unique experience of being on this side as well as that side, to explain to you what his views are about a program like this.
Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Justice Vaishnav, my brother and sister judges of the Gujarat High Court, and my colleague from the Delhi High Court, Justice Ori. I've been part of this program for now about 20 years, 23 years. As a trainer, first I got trained, then as a trainer, and then now I always join them whenever there is a program. बहुत मजा आता है क्योंकि जब when I became a lawyer, I think it's been 36 years जब मैंने प्रोफेशन शुरू किया था, तब हमें फिर भी ट्रायल देखने को मिल जाती थी कि विटनेस को कैसे क्रॉस करना है, कैसे चीफ में सवाल पूछने, बट नोबडी टोल्ड अस क्यों ये सवाल पूछा गया या क्यों नहीं पूछा गया, एंड वी लर्नड ओवर द इयर्स बाय आवर मिस्टेक्स. क्योंकि एडवोकेसी का एक और स्पेशली क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन का सबसे बड़ा प्रिंसिपल है क्या पूछना है और क्या नहीं पूछना. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर अ केस वेयर एक विटनेस को विल पे क्रॉस किया जा रहा था. ही वाज एन अटेस्टिंग विटनेस ऑन अ विल एंड द केस ऑफ द लॉयर वाज कि विल पे दस्तखत फोर्ज्ड हैं. पूरा क्रॉस हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, और लास्ट में एक सजेशन, वी हैव दिस हैबिट कि भाई सजेशन दे दो जी, सजेशन पूछ लो. इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में यू विल बी टोल्ड कि सजेशन कोई नहीं पूछेगा. यू विल क्रॉस एग्जामिन द विटनेस, सजेशन को क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन के तौर पे पूछा जाए. तो लास्ट में यंग लॉयर वो सजेशन लिख के लाया था, उसने सजेशन में सारा क्रॉस करने के बाद कहा कि जब इस विल पे उन्होंने दस्तखत किए तो वो होश में नहीं थे या वो दबाव में थे. पूरा का पूरा क्रॉस एक उस सवाल से खत्म हो गया. और आई स्टिल रिमेंबर जब मैंने ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम शुरू किया तो उसके थोड़े दिन बाद आई वाज क्रॉस एग्जामिनिंग विटनेस, एंड अगेन प्रोबेट का केस था. सिस्टर had filed a case against her brother for partition. I was for the brother and we had set up a will. तो अब फादर की विल थी, तो जो लॉयर थे सिस्टर के वो थोड़ा ही वाज अ सीनियर एडवोकेट, लेकिन थोड़ा वो, तो मैंने सिस्टर को सबसे पहले पूछा कि आपको सवाल हिंदी में पूछूं या इंग्लिश में पूछूं. शी सेड जी हिंदी में पूछना. मैंने अपने नोट्स देखे, शी वाज अ टीचर इन इंग्लिश. तो मेरे को डाउट हुआ कि अब इंग्लिश की टीचर कह रही है कि सवाल हिंदी में पूछना, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. पर 3-4 सवाल के बाद मेरे को ये लगा कि उसका हस्बैंड कोर्ट में पीछे बैठा था जिसको इंग्लिश नहीं आती थी. सो द होल पर्पस वाज कि वो पीछे से कुछ इंडिकेट करेगा एंड यू विल देन आंसर अकॉर्डिंगली. और जब भी कोई सवाल होता था थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, उनके वकील साहब खड़े हो जाते थे, इससे पहले जवाब आए और झगड़ा शुरू हो जाता था, और शी यूज्ड टू गेट अ हिंट. तो आई रियलाइज कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रही है. तो इट वाज, उस समय हमारी एविडेंस हाईकोर्ट में रिकॉर्ड होती थी. वी हैव एन ओरिजिनल साइड, सो जज के सामने रिकॉर्ड हो रही थी. अब तो खैर लोकल कमिश्नर और रजिस्ट्रार्स के सामने होती है. So judge साहब told me, the judge said, look, I am giving you hour and a half to cross examine. उसके बाद I will close your evidence. और 13-14 पेज का एफिडेविट था, बड़ा डिटेल, एंड my whole case was on the will. अब बड़ी कश्मकश, 1 घंटा हो गया, 1.25 घंटा हो गया. एंड वन ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग मेथोडोलॉजी इज कि जो विटनेस है उसको बहुत कंफर्टेबल कर दो, स्पेशली जब आपने क्रॉस करना है, तो उसको लगे इस वकील को तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है. बिकॉज विथ विटनेस को वी हैव टू ब्रिंग द विटनेस इन अ यस मोड, कि हर सवाल का अगर जवाब विटनेस यस दे रहा है क्योंकि आप सही सवाल पूछ रहे हो और वही उनका केस है. वंस द विटनेस कम्स इन अ यस मोड, तो वो जो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चन है, विटनेस का सॉर्ट ऑफ गार्ड विल बी डाउन, एंड आप जब वो सवाल पूछोगे तो विटनेस सच बोल देगा. तो 1-1.25 घंटा तो yes मोड, और जज साहब को भी नहीं समझ आ रहा ये yes मोड क्यों कर रहे हैं. Because I had only 1 or 2 questions on the will, but I didn't want to ask on the will कि आप वहां पढ़ाती हैं, आपके इतने बच्चे हैं, आपका ये है, फादर का ये था, ब्रदर के साथ अच्छी रिलेशंस हैं, आपकी शादी हो गई, अच्छा है. तो ऑल दीज क्वेश्चंस पर हाँ कि भाई इनॉक्यूअस क्वेश्चन है, विल के बारे में तो पूछ ही नहीं रहे. लेकिन थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आता था, वकील साहब लड़ पड़ते थे. तो मैंने जब विल रखी उनके, मैं कहा ये विल देखिए, इस पे बताइए आपके फादर के दस्तखत कहाँ है और ब्रदर के दस्तखत कहाँ है, और मैंने वकील साहब के कंधे पे हाथ रख दिया. ही कुडंट गेट अप. तो ही लुक्ड एट मी. तब तक वो कहती है मेरे फादर के दस्तखत हैं, मेरे ब्रदर के दस्तखत हैं, ब्रदर वाज द अटेस्टिंग विटनेस, फादर वाज द डेपोन. तो विल वही प्रूव एडमिटेड बाय हर. सो दीज आर टेक्निक्स यू विल लर्न, जो हमें कोई नहीं सिखाता. तो दिस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम एंड आई सॉ योर एंथुजियाज्म. और एक चीज मेरे को पता, आई हैव बीन ओवर टू आई थिंक अबाउट 8 or 9 हाई कोर्ट्स. आज इन ट्रेनर्स का बैंड बजेगा. This is for sure. The way you have asked leading questions, non-leading questions, they're going to have a real tough time. So keep your fingers crossed. क्योंकि मेरे को नहीं लगता इनको कोई क्रिटिक करने का वो हेडलाइन कुछ नहीं मिलना इनको. There will be a perfect examination, cross examination. You all know the technique, but let me tell you, after the end of 2 days, your attitude towards profession will change. हमने जब ये 1 हफ्ते का ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम किया था, इट वाज इनिशियली 1 week ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, देन वी हैड अनदर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम. अब मैं घर गया ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के हफ्ते भर के बाद, तो मेरा बेटा आया छोटा सा कि आज स्टार्ट, तो उसको मैंने सवाल पूछने शुरू किए. थोड़ी देर मैंने कहा इसको तो मैं क्रॉस कर रहा हूँ. तो दैट इज व्हाट दे विल गेट यू इनटू दैट मोड दैट यू विल स्टार्ट व्हेन यू गो होम. होपफुली प्लीज डोंट स्टार्ट क्रॉस एग्जामिनिंग योर वाइफ्स और चिल्ड्रन, but you will really enjoy the program. Thank you.
May I request Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Ore to share his thoughts.
Chief Justice Sunita Agrawal ji, Justice Anjaria, Justice Vaishnav, Justice Sadeva, my sister and brother judges at Gujarat High Court, ladies and gentlemen, I must share my experience that I had yesterday. I'm hearing bail matters. I'm on the criminal bench. It was a murder case. It had one witness, eyewitness. There were 4 accused. One was asking for bail. While going through the examination, I saw that the eyewitness had not taken the name of this particular accused. But in a cross-examination, a leading suggestion was given by the counsel saying that we were not present. And the witness immediately clarified that yes, all 4 were present. Probably that one question decided the fate of the case. There is no handy recipe to become a good lawyer. It is your years of experience, seasoning at the bar, and probably programs like this, which gives you the practical experience without sacrificing the client. The program is designed and perfected probably over a period of 2 decades to let you know as to what questions should be asked, and the more important, what not to ask. So probably you will get all those experiences, and a competent lawyer is the entire justice system benefits from a competent lawyer. And I believe this program is going to help you a lot. Thank you, ma'am, for organizing this and for giving us this opportunity to come here and speak to the. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat and Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, to deliver the occasional address.
Honorable the Chief Justice, also the Patron-in-Chief of the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Brother Justice Sanjeev Satdeva, Judge, Delhi High Court, Brother Justice Biren Vaishnav, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Brother Justice Manoj Kumar Ohri, Judge, Delhi High Court, my sister and brother judges who are gracing the occasion, Learned Additional Advocate General Mitesh Amin, Additional Director General of Police Dr. K.L.N. Rao, Dr. Mahesh Tripathi, Director of the Raksha University, Mr. Brahmbhatt, Secretary of the Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, Registrar General, Member Secretary Rahul Trivedi, and all present here, not to forget our senior trainers headed by Senior Advocate Ms. Ingorani. In Ahmedabad, mornings of February are always pleasant. And today's morning is made exceedingly pleasant because of presence of all of you, and educative because of the live demonstration of how to cross-examine a witness. So today's occasion marks twofold projects initiated by the authority. First, we have witnessed the virtual inauguration of Psycho-Socio care centers at RAJKOT, Vadodara and Surat on the lines of the center which is already functional at the Sabarmati Jail, Ahmedabad. The other project is the 2 days advocacy skill training program. For that, the legal defense counsels from 32 districts are here to make the program vibrant. With all my humbleness, I say that the Gujarat State Legal Services Authority has never lagged behind in activating and vitalizing itself to come out with various projects for extending legal aid in various ways to the deserving strata of the society. In all our schemes and activities, we are ably guided by the dedicated leadership of our Honorable Chief Justice, Ms. Sunita Agrawal. Among several creative projects started by the authority, ranks first perhaps is the Signal School project, where in a bus parked at the crossroad junctions at the various places of the city, the children of the beggars are brought into the bus, which is used as a school, duly decorated to have a look at a school, and are educated. I believe that one of the aim of the social justice is to eliminate the beggars in the society, and education to the children of the beggars may be the first step, and we are proud to initiate the project and carrying it the same successfully with the help of Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. The project has earned acclaim from various quarters of the stakeholders in the society. Coming back to the projects commenced today, the Psycho-Socio Center was started in Ahmedabad on 19th August 2022, which was in light of the several directions issued by the Supreme Court to enhance the mental well-being of the jail inmates across the country. With the help of the team of the Raksha University, the jail inmates in the Sabarmati Central Jail, Ahmedabad, are extended psychological treatment, which include the psychological assessments, need-based counseling, and intervention sessions. All the categories of the inmates are covered, and their development, psychological development, is assessed periodically. Now, this unique service activity is extended to Rajkot, Vadodara, and Surat. And we are sure that the centers there at all three places will go vibrant very soon. At this stage, for the success of the Psycho-Socio service centers. On behalf of the State Legal Services Authority and on behalf of myself, I appreciate and acknowledge the assistance and cooperation by the team of the Raksha University as well as the Additional Director General of Police, Mr. Rao, who are always keen to extend their support to us. For any legal service authority, the primary task is to provide free legal aid to the class of litigants who are unable to get legal aid with quality and with resources. It is a ground level service to cater to the needs of our justice delivery system. The statistics given to me show that only 1% of the litigants in criminal cases avail free legal aid in country. The state of affairs is further sorry when nearly 70% of the total litigants hail from poor strata of the society. Therefore, it has become an avowed task for any legal services authority to extend such legal aid. The Legal Aid Defense Council project introduced by NALSA in the year 2020 goes a long way to fulfill this objective. It was started in 13th district, wherein Surendranagar in Gujarat was one of the districts. Today, we have 3-tier system of the Legal Aid Defense Council. In Gujarat, there are 33 Chief Legal Aid Councils, 38 Deputy Chief Legal Aid Councils, and 71 Assistant Chief Legal Aid Councils. I stand satisfied to share with you that this Legal Aid Defense Council system is functional in all the districts of the Gujarat. It was launched on 6/1/23 for 20 districts and extended in April 23 to further 11 districts. The project of Legal Aid councils have shown effective results. Since commissioning of the project till December 2023, total 2,217 cases at sessions courts have been assigned to the defense councils. Out of these cases, 644 cases came to be disposed of. More than 3,000 bail applications have been dealt with by the councils. 460 persons are provided legal aid. 6,263 witnesses have been examined. The legal advice to 5,637 persons have been given. These are the figures, statistical, but show the utility and valuability of the legal counsels and the service extended to the needy, accused and litigants. Any professional skill or any professional task needs a training and continuous updation of knowledge and upgradation of the skills. The program organized to train the Defense Council has this object where they will sharpen their skills, tutored by the profoundly knowledgeable senior trainers. I am sure that the legal counsels from our state will have a good carry bag at the end of the session. The activities of the success of the activities of Gujarat State Legal Services Authorities is ensured by blessings of the Patron-in-Chief of NALSA and Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, by the able stewardship of Executive Chairman Honorable Justice Sanjeev Khanna, the continued good wishes from Justice Gawai, the chairperson of the Supreme Court Legal Services Authority, and incessant warmth always coming forth from Justice Vikramnath, Justice Bela Trivedi, Justice J.B. Pariwala, Justice Arvind Kumar, all judges of the Supreme Court, whose wishes we always consider paramount. I express gratitude on behalf of the State Legal Services Authority to all of you. I wish success to all the participants. I extend my sincere thanks to the trainers, and how can I forget my brother Justices Sachdeva and Manoj Ohri for their involved participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agrawal, the Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat and Patron-in-Chief, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, to deliver today's lecture.
A very good morning to all of you. My esteemed brother, Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, and Executive Chairperson, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Justice Biren A. Vaishnav, Chairperson, Judicial Academy, Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva, Judge, Delhi High Court, Justice Manoj Ohri, Judge, Delhi High Court, my sister and brother judges of the Gujarat High Court, Learned Additional Advocate General Mr. Mitesh Amin, Mr. Dr. K.N.L. Ellen Rao, Additional Director General of Police, Dr. Mahesh Tripathi, Director, Rashtriya Raksha University, Team of Resource Persons, Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, New Delhi, Mr. Hardik Brahmbhat, Secretary, Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, Learned Registrar General and members of the Registry, Member Secretary, GSLSA, officers of GSLSA, participants, legal aid defense counsels, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I, on behalf of GSLSA and on my behalf, must extend our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Executive Chairperson Nalsa, who had expressed his desire to join us and inaugurate the projects of GSLSA today. But for his preoccupation, he could not be with us today. However, we are indebted to his lordship for the encouragement and his best wishes for the projects conveyed to us, which are invaluable guiding force for us. I must acknowledge the efforts of Justice N.V. Anjaria, the Executive Chairperson of GSLSA, in organizing this program of 2 days advocacy skills training program with ease and precision in changing the entire look of this room. It would not be such a smooth exercise, but for him. The program aimed to enhance the legal knowledge and professional skill of legal aid defense counsels working in 32 districts in the state of Gujarat to prepare them as legal aid warriors. On behalf of the High Court of Gujarat and Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, I express my sincere thanks to brothers Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva and Justice Manoj Ohri, the judges of the Delhi High Court, and to all the members of the Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, New Delhi, who have readily agreed to spare their valuable time to share their experiences and knowledge with the legal aid defense counsels. Dissemination of knowledge by the experts is the key to strengthening any institution. Today, we have also expanded the project of establishment of the Psycho-Socio Center for Rehabilitation, Reformation and Reintegration of Jail Inmates to 3 other central jails in the state, namely Vadodara, Rajkot and Surat. The project was launched on 19/8/2022 for Sabarmati Central Jail, Ahmedabad, at the esteemed hands of Honorable Mr. Justice U. Lalit, former Chief Justice of India. It intends to improve the mental health of the jail inmates languishing behind bars since long by the team of experienced and trained psychologists of Rashtriya Raksha University. I am sure that, like the project of Sabarmati Central Jail, the projects inaugurated today will prove to be a successful mode in reformation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of the prisoners. The methodology applied by the team of psychologists of the Rashtriya Raksha University is semi-projective, projective, and objective psychological testing and evaluation of overall mental well-being. The psychological evaluation is working in two ways. It is providing the present medical state of the person and at the same time an opportunity for catharsis to the beneficiary. The method is showing excellent results. The same method is applied weekly on the same persons to identify the changes, assess, and progress, and it is found effective. The method has also applied to all the categories of inmates. The RRU team of experts has also taken other initiatives to increase awareness and cohesiveness amongst prisoners, including drawing competition, painting, mehendi competition, periodically. The team has started spreading mental health awareness and available services on prison radio. The project was also appreciated during the regional meet of NALSA on 8th March 2023 at Udaipur. Considering the success of this project, it was decided to expand it to other 3 central jails in the state, RAJKOT, SURAT, and VADODARA. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Mr. Bimal Patel, Vice Chancellor, Rashtriya Raksha University, Dr. Mahesh Tripathi, Director, Rashtriya Raksha University, and Dr. Vaya, Chief Mentor of RRU, for their untiring effort to make the project successful. I also thank Dr. K.L.N. Rao, ADGP, and Home Department, Government of Gujarat, for providing all logistic support for successful implementation of the project. Let me also recognize the contributions made by DLSAs, Vadodara, Rajkot, and Surat, and the key officers of concerned central jails. The project could not have been started but for their efforts. I assure full cooperation to all project partners on behalf of GSLSA and hope that Gujarat will be a model state for prison reforms and concept of psycho-socio care being best of the mental health to the inmates, brings best of the mental health to the inmates. I wish all the best to all. Coming back to our initiative of advocacy skill development program, I would like to say that feudal structure of the society had deeply percolated into the working of the courts in India. Advocacy has never been seen from the institutional perspective. It was also always considered to be a profession of the elite, by the elite, for the elite. Courts, especially the higher courts, were out of bounds for the common people. With the globalization and emphasis on inclusiveness of all sections of the society, our courts have become more and more accessible. If we focus on the institution of cases today, as compared to the population ratio of an area, the rate of institution of cases in the courts at all levels has increased manifold. Some people may attribute flooding of cases to frivolous litigations, but taking a positive view, being an optimistic person, I consider this as a sign of reposition of faith of the society in the justice dispensation system of our country. Our courts, judges, and lawyers, the two constituents of the legal institutions. as they say, and we know that if someone is disappointed with any other system or any other person, they say, chalo court mein dekh lenge. The faith of the people in the society in us, both judges and lawyers, is the backbone of our legal institution. So there comes our responsibility to strengthen our institution, to meet the need and aspirations of those who are coming towards us as the protector of laws and in turn their protectors. Initially, it was considered that a person having legacy could only enter into the legal profession. There was no room for those who had no legal background. Only a son and later a daughter of a lawyer or a judge could think of entering into the profession. Legal education was confined to textbooks and was taken as a last resort, even by those who had legacy. Practical training was confined to trial and errors in the courtroom. There was not much pressure of work. Pendency was not a matter of concern. Only few people could go to the court, that too as a last resort. Because of huge disparity in the social status of people, there was lesser emphasis on individual rights. People suffered thinking that they had no option. This situation became a barrier to access to justice for many, especially from people from humble background and remote areas. With the transformation of the society as a result of agitation about the rights of women, marginal sections of the society, these sections have been elevated from numbers to the important constituent of the society. Right to privacy has become part of right to life, and thus it has attained the status of fundamental right. In the pursuit to seek answer to many questions with this transformation, we must take note of one welcome change in our legal institutions, the entry of the first-timers, first-generation lawyers. Earlier, young men into the profession used to join chambers of their father or senior family friend. With the elevation of teaching of the practical laws in the national law schools and the kind of practical training the students of laws get these days, they are definitely better equipped than us when we entered into the profession. The challenge before us is to channelize their energy, guide them to choose the right path, focus in the right direction, and there our roles comes in. Many say, and I also say sometimes, that the chamber practice is depleting. No young lawyer wants to be engaged in the chamber practice. The reason, what I think, are that the seniors chamber are not enough to cater to the needs of all young, new entrants. Then one needs a recommendation to join a seniors chamber, which he or she may not get without being acquainted with the people within the system. And there, I think, lies the need to institutionalize the training to the young lawyers aspiring to become advocates. The need thus arose to upgrade our legal institutions. Bar being one of the limbs of the legal institution, it has become imperative to strengthen the bar by imparting training by experts to the young advocates for advancement of their skills. Our accountability as an institution has increased with the ease of access to our legal institution. There is thus emphasis on institutionalizing the training programs by setting up even the advocates academies. I am glad that we have taken our first baby step by organizing 2 days advocacy skill training program at the courtrooms. We cannot expect a better start than the present one, where the honorable judges of the Delhi High Court and the advocates of the Supreme Court of India, having profound knowledge on various legal subjects, would impart training to the legal aid advocates. I was immensely impressed with the concept of training initially conveyed to me by Ms. Priya Hingorani, but after going through the entire structure of the training program and the demonstration we got today by the resource person, I am more than convinced that the technique to provide professional practical training by courtroom practices evolved by the Indian Institute of Legal and Professional Development, New Delhi, is an outcome of large-scale practices and experience. The ongoing training program possesses all the essential elements conducive to enhancing the skills of our legal professionals. Having thoroughly reviewed the training material, I can confidently assert that it is meticulously designed, providing the most appropriate and precise framework for organizing a courthouse training program. The structured approach aligns seamlessly with the principles of andragogy, method of adult learning, making it the most ideal mode for our current training endeavor. It is apt at this juncture to note the words of Benjamin Franklin, I quote, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn," unquote. Our decision to start the training program with the focus on the legal aid defense counsels is driven by the constitutional mandate to provide free legal aid to destitute languishing behind bars due to lack of financial support. The Legal Services Authority Act of 1987 serves as the legislative backbone aiming to achieve the pivotal objective outlined in Article 39A of the Constitution of India, ensuring that no citizen is deprived of access to justice due to resource constraints or any other disabilities. Yet, should the quality of legal aid extended to the underprivileged be lacking, it becomes the source of profound injustice for the litigant. Recognizing this, the Honorable Supreme Court of India and NALSA took a significant step in the year 2020 by introducing Legal Aid Defense Counsel system. Implemented on a pilot project basis in 13 districts nationwide, this initiative ensures that not only free but competent legal aid is provided to the litigants in need, thereby preventing the perpetuation of injustice. One such district that witnessed this transformative initiative was Surendranagar in the state of Gujarat. The undertaking proved to be immensely rewarding, garnering commendation from the Honorable Supreme Court and NALSA. From the year 2020 until January 2021, till the establishment of the Legal Aid Defense Counsel system in other parts of the state of Gujarat, notably 89 sessions cases were diligently handled by the Legal Aid Defense Counsels in District Surendranagar. Impressively, out of those, acquittal orders were secured in 57 cases, underscoring the efficacy and impact of the program. Considering the outstanding result in District Surendranagar and other 12 districts of the country, NALSA made the strategic decision to proliferate the LADC system on a nationwide scale. It is a source of immense pride to place on record that Gujarat pioneered this visionary initiative, emerging as the third state to embrace the comprehensive implementation of the LADC system across all 32 districts since April 2023, under the able leadership of Justice N.V. Anjaria. Presently, in every district headquarters, LADCs are delivering their services with utmost professionalism. The responsibilities bestowed upon the LADC's councils are substantial. The success of the program hinges entirely on the sincere, dedicated and hard-working approach adopted by LADCs. As the patron-in-chief of GSLSA, I assure you of unwavering logistical support. Every essential requirement for the efficient functioning of the system will be promptly provided by the respective DLSAs in coordination with Gujarat State Legal Services Authority. However, what I earnestly request in return is your unwavering devotion and commitment. I refrain from measuring your competence or success of your office solely on the statistical verdicts in your favor. Instead, it is your honest endeavor that will stand as a monumental reward for the system. The system, in essence, anticipates nothing short of your wholehearted commitment, a factor that truly defines success in this noble endeavor. To all aspiring trainee lawyers, I extend my best wishes, anticipating that the training program will be a resounding success. Your dedication and participation are key to making this endeavor truly impactful. I hope that all the resource persons have a comfortable stay here, and please pardon me for any lapse there in your hospitality. For any assistance, I request you to convey the member secretary or any other officer of GSLSA. They will take care of everything for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. A vote of thanks and expression of gratitude. Let it be conveyed by Mr. R. A. Trivedi, Member Secretary, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority.
Proposing a vote of thanks, many in the House will concur with me, is a very uphill task and rather the toughest in the functions on account. The standard protocol requires on account to adhere the timeline, and non-recognition of the pivotal contribution made to make the seamless success of the program would a sheer breach of the protocol on account. With the permission of the chair on that count, I'll skip the formal addresses that and will propose the vote of thanks. This particular multi-project inauguration event proposed by Gujarat State Legal Service Authority undoubtedly has been the idea and the brainchild of Honorable the Chief Justice and Patron-in-Chief Gujarat State Legal Service Authority. I personally was being asked to see that the standard of the lawyers in the state requires to be improved by updation of the knowledge. And as stated rightly, I was being asked that we should start imparting training by the lawyers having the profound knowledge and who are legal luminaries with the legal aid warriors, so that system gets most of the benefit. The program was outlined by none else but Honorable the Ladyship. Instructions were being provided. To that extent, the interest has been taken, and I must share this with the House that the concern was to that extent that in order to see that maximum participation is there from all the participants, the material must be translated in Gujarati and that must be provided to each of the participants. And I am glad that has reached to, it is only intended to see that you get participate into it. This is a best idea and it must be explored on account. Her Ladyship always believes in the institutional development. The projects that are carried out by Gujarat State Legal Service Authorities are reaching to the new heights. House is well aware to it. And on behalf of all present in the House, especially High Court of Gujarat and Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, I really express heartfelt gratitude, Honorable the Ladyship. I sincerely thank the endeavor made out by Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, sir, Senior Most Judge, High Court of Gujarat and Executive Chairman, GSLSA. This particular event with such smooth would not have happened but for the meticulous and clinical guidance provided by Honorable the Lordship. The two of the projects have totally versatile and different dimensions, but it was being said to the effect that both of them would be combined, and successfully they have been inaugurated. The knowledge, the literature and the knowledge of His Lordship is alien to none in the House, and for his incessant contribution to this program, on behalf of all, I sincerely express thanks to Honorable the Lordship. Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Sachdeva sir and Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Ohri, judges from Delhi High Court, are there with us. The impeccable command of his, on the cyber law and the artificial intelligence of their lordships is alien to none in the House. Rather, it means said that His Lordship is not less than an encyclopedia as the cyber crime is concerned. And today, it's a big day as regards Ahmedabad and Gujarat is concerned, for the reason being not only the lawyers who would be getting the inputs to improve their skills, but the judges of Gujarat are also going to get the best of the knowledge of Honorable the Lordship, as the session is organized at Academy. On behalf of High Court of Gujarat, on behalf of Gujarat State Legal Service Authority, Lordship, we are really obliged for your greater contribution. I also recognize the contributions made out by the team of registry, my colleagues. A special thanks to the project partners, Rashtriya Raksha University, Dr. Vaya, a chief mentor who is a psychologist. Many in the House might be knowing Dr. Vaya had been the instrumental in many of the leading cases in the country, famous Arushi murder case, the Talwar couple case, which had been there, sensational, which had been there where services had been offered. She had been instrumental in establishing the center. Unfortunately, today she is not with us, but we recognize on behalf of Gujarat State Legal Service Authority the services provided by her. So is Dr. Tripathi, who always has rendered his best of support. Dr. Rao, whose support and cooperation has only been the reason that the center has been successfully established in Sabarmati Central Jail, and now services have been extended to 3 of the other cities and the central jails of the state of Gujarat. Most importantly, I must recognize, after personally seeing the demonstration and having the interest in the academic field, I must say, I have not witnessed such kind of training where the participants zealously involve themselves. And I must say there must be a huge round of applause for the trainers who have turned up from the Delhi with the innovative techniques. Just now, Lordship Amar Bhai was sharing that the other lawyers are envy of LADCs. They want that this training program be there for the other lawyers also. So, so on that particular count, I sincerely thank the entire team of the resource person, especially Priya Hingorani ma'am, who had been instrumental in taking down this entire thing on account. All LADCs who have come down from various parts of the Gujarat. Hope you will be having a comfortable stay at Academy, and as stated by both the Lordship, doing good job, and hope the same will be continued. Now, one important instruction is required to be passed on for the participants. So I'll request Ms. Hingorani.
Sorry, I just want for the benefit of our honorable judges, I just wanted to say that apart from examination in chief and cross-examination, we do a case analysis session, which will be immediately after tea, where we teach them how to prepare a brief on good facts and bad facts of your case. Then they perform an exercise on that. Then we do a session on drafting. We'll give them an exercise today, which they will draft and bring back the material tomorrow morning, and we will evaluate that. After that, we do a session on arguments on an application, where they will argue in their individual rooms and on how an application should be argued in court. Because as you all know, in Supreme Court, we just get about a minute and a half So we must have our good facts with us ready. And the final session is on ethics, where we really want them to understand how, what ethics are and how they should be ethical, not only towards the court, but to their colleagues as well and towards their clients. And I think an ethical session, we always look forward for having the honorable judges with us, because we look at ethics from the bar and from the judiciary as well. So we kind of try and build that in that. That's the last session which we do. So that's what the format of the program is. And just one announcement for the participants after tea, because it's a very tight program. Every minute is important for us. So after your tea, within 15 minutes, please come back to this room so we can start the case analysis session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I request each one of us in the room to please rise for the national anthem. Thank you. I'd request all the dignitaries to kindly join us for the high tea at the banquet hall on the third floor itself. And I'll request all the participants to kindly have the tea